You're listening to Viking Radio, coming to you from Dream Street Studios at Del Mar College. Now your host, Dr. Natalie Chapa.
Okay, good morning, Corpus Christi. This is Dr. Natalie Chapa, and I'm here with the Mike Bratton at Dream Street Studios.
Good morning. It's a beautiful day at Dream Street Studios.
It is a beautiful day at Dream Street Studios. This morning, we have a collaborator, fellow colleague of ours here in the studio with us, Dr. Tracie Rodriguez. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Good morning.
So you carry quite a load when it comes to early college high school here for Corpus Christi Independent School District. Tell people what your title is and what that entails.
So the early college high school has been around going on 20 years, actually, this year coming up. We started this collaboration with Del Mar College when it was only one of 8 in the state of Texas. So it was definitely a new endeavor, something that had never been done before. And we were privileged to be asked if we would consider it for our community, and who could deny an opportunity to help our young people in the way of being innovative with something that it had never been done.
I think Jessie, our executive director of comms, was in the first class.
Oh, that's right.
That's what she was saying. She was in the first class 20 years ago.
Yes.
So we'll give her a shout out. What were you doing before? Were you already with the school district?
I was not. I actually was in Robstown ISD, which I have great appreciation for. I was the administrator that oversaw all of the Advanced Academics in Europe project, which is a grant that is affiliated with College Readiness.
Yes.
And at the time, I was actually working on my dissertation, which was focused on early college work for underrepresented students. And I thought, how wonderful would it be to put my research into action when this opportunity came about? So the Gates Foundation, everybody's heard about Bill Gates. He is the man behind the movement. And he came to the college president, his foundation came to the college president first, saying, would this be something you would be interested in? And if the college president said yes, then the superintendent of schools was then sought out as a second administrator to consult with. And if the two agreed, then early college could be birthed here. So the one biggest expectation requirement was that it could not be a program. It could not be something that was just here temporarily. It was something that was to be sustained in the community permanently. And so that was the biggest expectation for sustainability.
Wow.
So, 20 years ago when we embarked on this journey, never did we think we are where we are today. We are actually still standing strong from the original 8. Of the 8, 6 are still in operation.
Okay.
And if you were to look at the numbers of early college high schools across the state of Texas, it has exceeded over 250. So, and just growing, each year.
Right. So now it's pretty normal to see you drive by a high school and you see the sign, right?
Yeah.
There's an early college a component to the campus, or you go through a college and
you see the words.
You see the words now.
Absolutely.
Again, it's not a big deal, whereas 20 years ago, this was innovative.
Absolutely.
And so how many students do you have now at the high school?
So we have approximately 400 at Collegiate High School. And then Branch Academy was birthed. Harold T. Branch Academy, great respect for Mr. Branch within the community. In 2013, we opened a second early college high school, which is a partnership with Del Mar on the technical campus, because of the results of what we were getting from Collegiate High School.
Wow.
So at the time, college president, superintendent, were able to collaborate to expand the opportunity for more students across the community.
So early college high school. So we've got one here on our campus. So here at the Del Mar College Heritage Campus. And then the Harold T. Branch Academy is just maybe a couple of blocks
Across the street,
from the
practically.
from the Windward campus.
Right.
And so for our listeners out there, what do these students get in terms of high school, college at the same time? What is so special about this?
Well, first of all, we have access to all of Del Mar's programming. Our Harold T. Branch Academy students can go to all of the Del Mar campuses, also over across Windward, the Heritage. So it's not limited. That's a beautiful thing. Our students have a lot of access. In addition to that, I think is important that if a student, our goal is that students leave with some kind of credential, preferably a post-secondary credential. And what that might look like could be different for each student.
So a post-secondary credential is past high school, past a high school diploma, right? So that could be a certificate of sorts all the way up into an associate's degree.
An associate's degree and now
The bachelor's. Yeah.
So for those listening, early college can get you wherever you need to go, from workforce ready to college ready with an associate, 60 college hours, or up to a bachelor's degree.
And it is part of the Corpus Christi Independent School District.
It is.
Yes.
It is. But if anybody outside of the school district is interested, we entertain transfers at no cost, and we'll be willing to serve. Right. So you are not limited to just CCISD. We have people who have traveled from GP, from actually Beeville, Gregory Portland, that are coming to our school.
And it's been a while since I've been in the building. You here on Heritage, you've got the St. Clair building, I believe, dedicated to the high school. The last time I went, I was always impressed. There's a culture of just love and care. It feels very, very much like a family there when I go.
When people ask me, so how are y'all different? I really like to respond with, we are really a school of support and nurturing. We know every student like the back of our hand. We customize their education to what it is they want. Our scheduling system is not computer-based. It's basically hand developed for every student. I don't think one student has the same schedule in our school.
Wow. Okay.
So we really try to customize the education, and if students maybe need a change or maybe are unsure of what they want to pursue, we allow them the flexibility to shift. We don't wait. And so we really want to maximize the time that they're with us, and plan it in the way that's going to be best fit for them.
Yeah, I love the different approach in that high school can be, you can come at it from several different ways, and that our community has had this already for 20 years. And now what was innovative and, always recruiting, now it's a staple.
Right. Right.
And so now it's just part of our culture here in Corpus Christi.
I think it's very complimentary that when you see other organizations, regionally, statewide, the movement and the priority for college readiness is a necessity. That was the reason why early college came, is to try to build a community of lifelong learners who are going to grow and be strong. And so that's the goal. So I feel like we're a great example model in which it is that people can learn from, but also take part in. And so we embrace the love of learning, and we feel like, knowledge is power. And I think students can do anything it is that they choose to do.
And this is not any different in public school. There's not a cost to attend.
It is free.
Yes.
And that's the beauty. There's no financial barriers.
That's right.
Our goal is for students to leave with credentials that are going to get them further faster.
That's amazing. So you've been doing this work now for 20 years. What is it for you that makes this work enjoyable? Why do you do it,
That's
Tracie?
Such a great question, Natalie. I love this work. I feel like my educational path is very complementary to the work. when I delved into this work, I did it for personal reasons that I was questioning through my own journey when I was in high school. And I thought, how could it be? I never really learned about dual credit, and I always wondered why. Why wasn't I told?
Where did you go to high school?
I prefer not to say because I don't want to disrespect any institution, but I just feel like every student deserves some opportunity. And if they don't know it, it's not because they don't want to know. It's because nobody's told them about it. So I really feel like I embrace the expectation of trying to deliver a message in which you can and you will, and we will help. And so that's my mission.
Yeah. So this comes from, for you, that opportunity wasn't there.
No.
Or it was there, but it was never presented to you.
I'm going to tell you, when I stepped foot on Del Mar College, I remember my counselor, George Dunson. He's the one who told me about dual credit, and I was so upset because I didn't know about it in high school. And it was that person who guided me at Del Mar that gave me the jump start. And once I got the jump start, I graduated at the age of 19 to be a teacher.
Wow.
And I will
awesome.
never forget an interview that I had that I was told I was too young to teach. And it's not about the age. It's about your ambition. And so I want young people to not feel limited. And so that's always been a mission.
And to see it 20 years, your passion 20 years later is so inspiring. Yes, sir.
And you're doing something right, Tracie. I've interacted with a lot of your students and students from Harold T. Branch, and they all dream big. They have goals, but they're beyond the goals of lots of regular students. They really do. They dream big. And I'm going to give a shout out to Evan Gaitan, the graduate of Harold T. Branch. And I'm an old-fashioned guy. I never cease to be amazed at these graduates walking across the stage with a high school diploma and an associate's degree. That's a beautiful thing.
Yes. And now we have doctors. Alumni have kept in touch with us. Now we have professional people who, they still network with us in the way of keeping tab. We have many educators, even though they didn't come originally to be an educator, we obviously inspired them to be educators. For all of those past alum who are educators, kudos to them, because I feel like as a result of their experience, they've become equally as passionate about their work. So education is an ongoing profession that changes over time with societal changes. And I think it's inspiring to see young people pursue it. And now we have a pathway that they can become educators earlier. Our superintendent has granted practically job security for them when they graduate. And so it's exciting.
Oh, that's impressive.
It's
that gives me
exciting.
chills, which is Dr. Roland Hernandez.
Absolutely. Yes.
Shout out to Dr. Hernandez out there. Hope you're having a good morning. I love that collaboration.
Yeah.
So, and we talk a lot about the people who want to stay in the community. They were born here, moved here at an early age, and this is home and this is where they want to be. And so whether you leave for a little bit or you leave and come back or you decide to stay, there's something about living here that some people are just like, this is where I want to be. And I feel it. I always say it's the people here. I absolutely love the people here in Corpus Christi, but that's, I could go off on that. So I love the people, but,
I feel the love. I feel the love.
But I want water. We'll be right back.
This is where it all starts, where dreams take off and what's next becomes clear. This is Heritage Campus at Del Mar College, home to core classes in arts, sciences, and business, with upgraded facilities and faculty who provide a quality education that transfers with you wherever you're headed. This is a place of creativity, possibility, and success, a place to excel, a place to grow. This is where you belong. Learn more at dmcdreams.com.
This show is a production of Del Mar College, where if you already hold an associate's degree, you can earn a bachelor's degree online in organizational management and leadership. Come own your dreams at Del Mar College. Learn more at delmar.edu/BAS.
Este es el lugar donde quieres estar. Aquí se sueña, aquí se crece. Para graduarte y destacar, este es el campus Oso Creek de Del Mar College. Aquí encontrarás asignaturas básicas y programas exclusivos, además de laboratorios e instalaciones avanzadas. Es un espacio de innovación, transformación y acompañamiento. Este es tu momento, tu futuro. Aquí es donde perteneces. Aprende más en dmcdreams.com.
This show is a production of Del Mar College, where continuing education courses can get you in the workforce fast, including workforce skills awards that are stackable towards Del Mar College credit programs. Own your dreams at Del Mar College. Go online at delmar.edu/CE. This is Viking Radio.
So for our folks joining in this morning, we have Dr. Tracie Rodriguez joining us this morning from the Collegiate High School here, located on Del Mar College campus. And she also oversees the Harold T. Branch Academy, which is, that one is on, is it not Morgan? Is
Yes.
it Morgan? Yeah.
Right
on
across
Morgan.
from
Yeah, by Windward
the
campus.
Windward campus.
And all of the great opportunities that come out of this. Again, this was innovative 20 years ago. This was one of the first programs in the state of Texas. And now it's just kind of one of those things, right? But y'all are doing some other innovative things in the school district. Talk about that.
So across this, we are the first early college in the state to offer a bachelor's. We are also the first early college high school to offer a digital component. And
Now,
so-
really quick, so just to make sure, the bachelor's, is that tied into the Del Mar College bachelor's program?
It is.
So, Mike, you want to talk a little bit about that? That's a fairly new program that we started a couple of years
It
ago.
is new, and it's going gangbusters. It's the bachelor's degree in organizational management and leadership, and that is a golden ticket to career advancement.
And for folks out there, they're like, how do community colleges offer bachelor's degrees? And so we talk a lot about how education now is not linear, right? It goes in and out. You're in middle school learning about things, high school doing college level courses. For community colleges, we are allowed by our accrediting body to offer a bachelor's degree if and only if our regional universities are unable to meet the demands of the workforce. So, for example, nursing, right? We need so many nurses. Nursing is such a hot career right now. And so Texas A&M Corpus Christi offers a phenomenal program. They also offer the nurse practitioner program. And so Del Mar College is able to offer the bachelor's degree as well. So now the same with this bachelor's program, because I know it's confusing out there. They're like, wait, why are community colleges offering bachelor's degrees? And now some of the 4 years are offering certificates. And again, because we're trying to do the most for our students. And so now your students can take advantage of that as well with early college high school.
And that particular, the organizational management and the OML bachelor's is a real, I'm going to say, is a great pursue for any student moving into any profession, because it's a leadership bachelor's. And so nobody can disagree with growing in leadership. And so students who have the interest in that particular bachelor's are generally students who are wanting to pursue master's and doctoral degrees in specific pathways. So it's very, very complementary to the pathways that we offer, because it's not limited. So it's a great one for us to start.
To kickstart a student's career. And also, y'all are doing some online programs now through the school district.
Yeah, so one of the things that we've committed to is really tracking data and research around post-secondary changes over time. And so we try to educate our families, especially if they have little ones, the trends of how it is that post-secondary is changing, specifically college cost, college expectation, number of college hours per degree. So we really try to educate families around the changes, not just for the students that we have now, but for maybe upcoming siblings in the future. And so what we're seeing is that there's more online opportunities. Many university systems have online components that are very large. We're hearing from alumni that are seeking more and more online opportunities. So we know that our students need to be equipped with some versatility in their modalities of face-to-face and online. So we feel like it's time. We feel like it's time for students to be able to be exposed to online differently from the old COVID days.
That's
and I'm going
right.
to call it old COVID days.
Can you believe it's been 6 years?
That's
We
crazy.
want to bring that back. Not for,
No, thank
but
you.
we definitely learned from it.
Stay in 2020.
Yes, we learned from it. And so we really want to open up some accessibility and flexibility for students with an online component. You're seeing it across the state, primarily because of some legislative changes that have occurred. In past, districts were not funded for online services. Most recently, it has changed. And we felt like our community would benefit from it, specifically high school students that maybe experience some hardships or cannot maybe really function within a traditional schedule and that has some responsibilities outside of high school, that maybe an online component would be more feasible. So to us, this online component is really serving a student who has a need of any kind that would complement their academic goals without having to sacrifice.
So this would be a student would be able to attend online to receive their high school diploma?
Correct.
Okay.
So this is called the Digital Scholars Program.
Okay.
You don't have to be an existing early college high school student to take part in it. However, if you do take part in it, you automatically become an early college high school student because it's following under our operation. And so it's open up to people across the state, local, regionally, if they'd like.
Okay.
We're seeing great interest regionally because of the programming that is available that complements Del Mar's programming.
Okay.
So because we already have access to Del Mar's programming, inclusive of some online classes, we can allow students to take part in the online, not just for high school, but maybe even for college.
Wow.
That's innovation.
Yeah.
It is.
So students have a choice. They have a choice of maybe I'm a student who wants to do purely online high school, but I'd like to go take the drafting classes over at OSO. Then we would allow a hybrid for that.
Wow.
And so we can truly customize a student's interest in whatever way that's going to work for them.
As a parent, I've got 3 kiddos, 2 that have graduated from high school and 1 entering high school. And they're all different in their learning style, in their approaches, how they get up in the morning, And so I really appreciate that depending on the kiddo, right? Depending on your circumstances, depending on the way you think, there are different opportunities for you to complete.
Right.
We're at the end of the day, this really just comes down to we want our community members, our young people, to grow up and have a great quality of life. Right? To be able to enjoy life, do something that they enjoy doing, contribute to the community, right? And boost our economy.
Right.
And be productive citizens.
I think for young people, jobs are changing. AI has changed the lay of the land.
Talk a lot about AI.
I think there's a necessity for students to be able to really embrace a profession, not necessarily have to stay with it, but grow with it. Research has shown that you're going to change minimally 5 jobs. And so we want students to have an array of experiences with internship opportunities attached to that. So when they do leave K-12, that they'll have some post-secondary credentials or experiences and maybe even job opportunities immediately. Financially speaking, things are getting more expensive. We're seeing that, families are impacted. And if we can educate young people to get in front of that rather than behind it, it builds a more stable situation. So when people ask me, well, who is the Digital Scholars Program for? Anybody.
Yeah.
I will tell you, we are not a recovery school. Students can't come behind on credits because it would defeat the purpose of what it is that we are trying to get them to do.
Right.
I will encourage students who need recovery to recover and then come.
Yes, those opportunities
Yes,
are already
yes.
out there. There's the
Right.
recovery schools already.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, so we want them. We just want you to come not behind but on track.
So for the Digital Scholars Academy, how does if one's interested in that, how do they find out information?
Great question. So they can apply online. The application is on the ccisd.us website.
Okay,
It is
so-
also on the school website, Collegiate High School and Branch Academy.
Okay.
Very simple application, less than 5 minutes. Once you apply, a DSA staff member will contact the family, ask them to come in for a consultation.
Okay.
To really talk about that student's interest and goals
And where
what
would
they want to
that be,
pursue.
Dr. Rodriguez?
We actually give the choice to the family if it wants to be at Collegiate High School here at Del Mar College
Okay.
or Herald T. Branch Academy, depending on their pathway. And so
Wonderful.
we allow the family to make that choice.
Okay, so they can go on the CCISD website.
ccisd.us website
Or they can go to the Collegiate High School website. as
or
well.
Herald T. Branch
Or
website.
Herald
There's
T.
three different opportunities.
Okay.
We also have informational meetings. If you just want to hear more about it, come
Okay.
ask questions. You can tap in virtually if you want to join us online, or you can physically come to Collegiate High School, and we welcome that as well. On Mondays in the month of August.
Okay. And I will say for people out there who haven't been on our Del Mar College campus, there are some spaces that, that are marked reserved, but for the most part, our parking is open, right, Mike? We don't do tags anymore. It
Right.
really is open for our community to come and park on campus and come openly without being worried about getting towed or getting a ticket.
Yeah, there's plentiful parking, and I love that the Collegiate High School students, Del Mar, the Heritage Campus is their campus. They enjoy.
Yes.
They take pride in it.
They own it. They're part
Yeah.
of it. I love it.
They're in the food court. They're on a college campus.
Right.
It's
And
a
I think
beautiful
that's
thing.
what they love. They like the independency and the flexibility, but with responsibility. And
Yeah.
so I think that's critical in the process, and it's part of the learning.
It is, and we meet students all the time coming from high school, and they have very limited college experience, and they get on our campus just here at Heritage, and it's like, oh my God, it's ginormous. And your kids with Collegiate and Herald T. Branch, I mean, again, this is their home, this is their
Right.
campus.
And they take part in the festivities, from the fun runs to
Oh,
the
yes.
socials to the
Yes.
events to the fall festival. And so they are equally included in those processes.
Absolutely. Well, Dr. Tracie Rodriguez, thank you so much for joining us today. Such great information for our kiddos out here in the community. You're doing some great things.
Thank you. And we, again, welcome anybody who may have the interest, even if you're just curious.
Yeah.
Just give us a call. We're happy to share. Most of our marketing is through family members who have been within our operation. We're now seeing siblings, which are the hugest compliments. But for those people who may not know about us, I encourage you to learn more. There's some good things happening.
Awesome. Excellent. Thank you so much. Corpus Christi, we hope you enjoyed the show and got some great information with Dr. Rodriguez here at Dream Street Studios. Have a really great day.
Adios. This show is a production of Del Mar College.
Follow us on Spotify at Viking Radio.